what a trap. Your usefulness is what keeps people from leaving you. I do not keep you around for your usefulness. Just
Oh, thank
I
you.
couldn't do this podcast without you. I don't love you for your usefulness.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, man. But the other thing, and I've worked with Brandon on this before, where if it's not like a act of service, like something I'm doing or providing, it used to be like that 3 chameleon energy where like I would add to the group and like my social subtype. Like I would be something that the group needed me to be, even if it weren't like a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm the loud one in the group, that's because the group needed the loud one. And that's me doing something to not feel like I'm going to be left out or abandoned.
And scanning. Just we're gonna scan the group for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There
Mm-hmm.
were several twos in the Enneagram class that I taught this week, and I think one of the things we called out, but it's a little bit to what you were just saying, right? Around doing these things to sort of so that you're not abandoned or so that you show up in a way that keeps you safe within the group. And there was a little bit of this idea around these folks stepping up and doing a lot of things where ultimately like they're taking on more than their fair share, sort of out of their own worry or whatever. Like their own insecurity is like, oh well, if I just do more, these people will, to your point, appreciate me and keep me around. So there was that, and then there was also a little bit of it was a little bit of one energy that came from them. So this is where it kind of goes in like, what would somebody, this could be like a misconception. Now one is a wing, so it's going to make sense that this could be the energy, but there was
Sure.
this like deep fear, right, around being disliked. And I know that you've talked about that, Danny, who was
Mm-hmm.
on the podcast, like she and I have talked about it before too, right? Where it's
Mm-hmm.
this very deep fear of if you say something wrong, do something wrong, anything like that, that you will irreparably damage your relationships. And then you like spin out in your own mind and spiral on this, I've really screwed everything up and everything's wrong with me. And they just become impossibly hard on themselves, which can
Mm,
feel very much like a one inner critic. And I don't know that everybody always
sure.
associates that sort of deep, deep worry about breaking relationships or doing something wrong with twos all the time.
That's really thought-provoking for a couple of reasons. For me, it shows up like an inclusivity thing because of my own fear of not being included or abandoned or whatever. I've had that as long as I can remember. So it's this hyper like inclusivity thing where like even when I was like really young, my teachers used to say that, "Oh, she's so kind." And like I remember, I don't know why this is like a core memory. There was a kid like in school that had a terrible stutter, and I would always include him in whatever we were doing. And his mom one day like thanked my mom while I was standing like right there. And it's a little bit the reverse. I'm trying to like think through it in my head where it's like the hyper inclusivity because I don't want to be the one that's left out or abandoned. And I don't know if it's always dislike. It certainly is on the one basis. I talked about this like in my one of our very first episodes when I talked about twos. I know of one person in my life that has ever just like not liked me just because I didn't do anything. She just was very vocal about like I don't like her. And I could never understand it, but
Yeah.
the reason it sticks out is because that's the only time that's ever like happened to me where I'm like I know that that person hates my guts and I don't know why.